I want to give a shout out to Dallas Wade. He's an excellent YouTuber here in the atheist community. His content is well versed and very thorough, and his production values are solid. If you are a Christian open to criticism or wanting your beliefs challenged, check out his video, Morality in the Bible. It's top notch. Anyway, he responded to my video, 10 Questions for Atheists from an Atheist. He then made a similar video, so I wanted to return the favor and respond to it. So, here we go.
What religion were you once a part of, and what compelled you to first question its validity?
I was a Christian, specifically a Pentecostal Christian. I never really doubted the validity of the Bible, nor had I doubted my faith until I realized there are 4 different words translated into one: Sheol, Hades, Gehenna, and Tartarus. These 4 words are all translated into hell. But that's not an accurate translation, since all 4 words have very different meanings and each one are described very differently from the other. And most of them are so obviously stolen from Greek mythology that I began to really question the Bible translations that we have. To make things simple, basically Sheol is a Hebrew word for grave. Hades is Greek for the underworld. Gehenna was literally a fiery garbage dump in Jerusalem, and Tartarus is a mystical place where titans were tortured. I started to wonder, why would God allow terrible translations of his supposed infallible word? I think that was the start of my doubt that snowballed and got bigger and bigger from there.
What finally convinced you that you were an atheist?
When I realized I could no longer justify the sexual abuse, rape, genocide, homophobia, and inaccuracy of the Bible. You really have to struggle with mental gymnastics to be a Christian or to be part of any of the Abrahamic religions. Once I realized how psychotic God was described in the Bible, I realized there was no way he could be real. He had to be the projection of mankind, not the creator of it.
How have you been treated by your family and others after you became an atheist?
This may come as a shock, but I haven't actually told my parents about my atheism. They can tell I'm not religious though. I drink alcohol, I live with my girlfriend, and I never pray or go to church with them like I used to. Every now and then they'll make jokes like, "When are you gonna get saved again?" But so far they haven't tried to have an intervention with me. My brothers, they know about my atheism and they respect it. Some of my church friends tell me that they pray for me.
Are you open to religion? And what sort of evidence would one need for you to subscribe to it?
No, not in the slightest. However, I'm always open for evidence. Of course, the amount of evidence needed is contingent on the claims being made. To quote Christopher Hitchens, extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence.
Would you date or marry someone who was religious? Do you have religious friends?
I think what would deter me from marrying a religious woman would depend on how vocal she is about her religious beliefs. As for religious friends, most of the people I know are Christians, but the few friends that I hang out with don't really care about God or religion, and thankfully my best friend is an anti-theist like myself.
What is your favorite religion or mythology if you have one, and why?
I like the concept of Unitarian Universalism, where everyone helps each other and everyone goes to eternal bliss when they die. I think they believe bad people get corrective punishment and then they get to go to heaven or something like that. Ultimately, that religion needs to be abolished too, though, because it's just wishful thinking with no merits in reality. But it's a nice sentiment. As for mythology, Native American mythology is kind of cool.
What gives your life meaning?
I think this question is synonymous with what makes you happy. My answer is knowledge. I know that sounds like a douchey, pretentious thing to say, but I love finding out new information or attaining information that I didn't have before. Everything from silly, mundane stuff like how long did it take Christopher Nolan to write The Dark Knight, to more important questions like, was there once life on Mars? Or can consciousness be uploaded to a computer? And so on. Questions drive me. Questions make me want to live to see another day in hopes of them being answered. There are many reasons to be happy and many things to live for, but that's my answer.
What should the goal of humankind be?
Survival. That means putting aside our differences and coming together so that we can focus on important things. Things like extending lifespans, sustaining the environment, and space travel for when the day comes when we have to leave Earth. But unfortunately, due to intolerant cultures, war, and insane illogical beliefs, we'll probably never get there. My only hope is that critical thinkers will one day outnumber the morons who run this planet. Then maybe, just maybe, we could literally shoot for the stars.
Do you believe in the paranormal or any sort of mystical realm?
No. As I lost faith in God, I began researching the paranormal. I even went with a friend of mine and his crew who are paranormal investigators. We went to alleged haunted houses, creepy abandoned jails, and even a supposed haunted bar. I even stared into a mirror with a candle in my hand and tried to summon any spirit that would listen. Nothing happened. I didn't even get a chill down my back. I realized paranormal believers are fooled in the same exact way faith healers are fooled. It's through emotional manipulation and circumstantial evidence. I plan to tackle paranormal topics in the near future because after I looked into the paranormal, it solidified my atheism. To anyone watching this video, check out James Randi. For many decades, he offered $1 million to anyone who could prove that they had supernatural abilities. Not a single person was proven to have superpowers. So yeah, there's no such thing as demon possession, haunted places, or people with psychic powers.
If you could recommend one single book to a religious person, what would it be and why?
To Christians, I would actually recommend the Bible. Really, that book is full of both textual and moral contradictions. The Bible is really the best case against itself and the Abrahamic religions in general. Stop letting your pastor read it for you. Stop memorizing cute, happy Bible verses and actually read what that book says. See the Abrahamic God for what he really is, a fictional monster who has demanded rape, endorsed slavery, and who is a vile creature who says he will cast people into suffering for all eternity, and is a self-proclaimed jealous motherfucker. Anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to check out Dallas Wade, he's a great YouTuber. I'll leave a link to his channel in the description box below. Take care.